Hey guys, PIEGUYRULZ here, and I wanted to just talk about one of the best songs in Steven Universe, Strong in the Real Way, as well as talk a little bit about the episode that it's from, Coach Steven. The episode is a little bit subtle in its themes, so I think it would be interesting to give a little bit of an analysis on it. The song is about how Sugilite represents pure strength above all else, and how Pearl doesn't like the fact that Steven is taking more cues from her than he is from herself. Pearl would rather Steven use strategy and insight in order to defeat his foes, rather than just becoming purely physically stronger. Pearl laments at how she doesn't inspire Steven in the same way that Sugilite did. But if you pay attention, Steven watches her while she sings her song and learns from it. Not only does he repeat her song, but he uses it to inspire and motivate other people. He was inspired by Sugilite, and kind of Lars, to become physically stronger, but he was also inspired by Pearl to motivate others. The point of the episode is that Steven is good at leading people. Because he truly cares for others, he is great at motivating them. As Sadie and Lars point out, Steven isn't doing any working out himself. Through most of the episode, he is just inspiring the others. And might I point out that when he finally does do some physical exercise, he's terrible at it and leaves himself paralyzed the next day. Steven's true strength is through his heart and his passion and his ability to connect with other people, and that's what's going to make him a great leader someday. Steven doesn't solve the conflict in the episode by physically beating up Sugilite, and neither does Pearl. He solves it by inspiring Pearl, who uses strategy to defeat her. And all of that happened because Pearl inspired him. It's a really clever episode because Pearl is inspiring Steven, and Steven is inspiring Pearl. Pearl needed Steven to reassure her because she lost a little bit of confidence when Garnet didn't want to fuse with her. The leader of the group decided to go with pure strength instead of going with a more calculated approach. Like Pearl almost says in the song, she's jealous. And although she thinks strategy is the better option, it's clear her confidence has been shaken. Thanks to later episodes of the show, we now know why Pearl really wanted to inspire Steven. Because Rose inspired her. It only makes sense why Pearl would want to return the favor to Steven. And we know that the only reason Pearl was able to make it through the war was because of her passion. She's not built for fighting, she's not very physically strong. But because she's passionate and willing to think outside the box a little bit, she was able to serve as one of Rose's greatest knights. And this episode was her way of showing Steven that he doesn't need to be physically strong to be useful to the team. The song and the episode are about showing that there are many ways to be strong. You could be a leader, you could be an inspiration, you could be a strategist, or you could also just be physically strong. There is no such thing as being strong in the real way. There are just many different ways of being strong, and each have their advantages and drawbacks. PIEGUYRULZ, out.